so I had just got back to school from being suspended and everyone was happy to see me except for my teacher, so I came into class. I had a crop top on and I was talking to my friends, so my teacher called me outside of the class. Bitch ass, fat ass, baloney build ass, lonely ass, hot breath ass. Teacher called my mom and asked her if I was on medication or something. Skull deadpan face. Like, bitch, I'm straight ho, so I say, Mom, I'm gonna cuss her out, and my mom said, okay sweetie, so I said, bitch, who TF do you think you were asking if I'm on something? That's why your husband fucked my sister and she's pregnant by him, you fat fuck ugly ass bitch, I hope you fall in a hole and die bitch. And she started crying and I left the class. The bad bitch, I am kissy face heart from Anonymous. OMG, I am dead. Tears of joy, tears of joy.
So my mom came home mad at me. I didn't know why. And she just came home and slammed the pregnancy test on my bed, and I was watching a movie. And I was like, Mom, why do you have that pregnancy test on my bed? Then she said, you were spending the night at your boyfriend's house. I want to make sure you didn't do anything. So as your mother, I would really appreciate if you take that test. So I took the test and she was surprised that I wasn't pregnant. So who's stupid now, Mom?
One time this year, my sister was using my iPad for her job, right? So she opened up Safari and the first thing she sees is anime porn, and she called me to come to her. She asked me why this is on the iPad. It wasn't me. She asked me and my 7-year-old brother. We both said no. Later, when my mom left the house, she finally asked us who did it. My brother said it could be a virus from the website he uses for cartoons. Later in the day, he turned on his Nintendo Switch connected to his TV. It turned on and it said anime sex. He begged me not to tell. I asked him why and he said it's a little crush. So basically my 7-year-old brother was on Pornhub watching anime girls banging.
This is going to be a long one, so grab your popcorn and enjoy my childhood smiley face. So when I was younger, I had a huge crush on this guy and he knew, because everyone I like I tell them to their face, because my mom ain't raised no cat face. So the way I showed I like someone is by roasting them, hurting them, or ruining them until I am satisfied. So I would wear a belt to school cause I was slim thick, so me and my close friends decided to hit the boys because we can. So me and my friends decided to chase around the guy I liked around the field with my belt in hand. So when we caught up to him, we would hit him. Not really though. But one day I got fed up with my crush because he was saying how much he likes other girls and how big their butts were, and he even pushed me. As the baddie I got fed up and slapped his forearm. Mind you, I am stronger than him, taller and overall Mexican. So when I slapped him, he cried like a bitch.
So in 7th grade, my friend was dating this boy and I low-key hated my friend, and her boyfriend was hot, so I decided to sext him. So he cheated on her with me, and so he fingered me at the movies before he went to meet up with her, and I don't regret it. Because she is a fucking stupid annoying roach who kept dating all the guys I liked. And now that we're seniors, I found out she got pregnant with the same guy who cheated on her with me, and she moved to a different state. Their baby is gonna be ugly as fuck. Y'all keep asking me what game this is and I don't even know why. It's literally just Subway Surfers. It might be a little laggy, but it's probably cause all the viruses I have. Fuck all them pop-up ads on the hub. I ain't even tried to click them shits on purpose. What the fuck?
9th grade, I woke up with a horrible fucking period and my bitch of a mom wouldn't let me stay home. I went to school and I was in 3rd period. I could feel that I needed to change my tampon. I asked my ugly ass teacher if I could go to the bathroom and that whore said no, so I screamed, I am bleeding out of my fucking vagina. This bitch had the nerve to still not let me go. I was like, you know what, fuck it. So I grabbed my tampon and got in her face with it and said, I am either gonna change my tampon right here, you're gonna let me go to the bathroom. This bitch hit me across the face and said, go sit down. So at that point I was so pissed I almost beat the fuck out of her, but I didn't want to get blood all over my new pants, so I just went to the bathroom. That crazy bitch started chasing me. That didn't stop me from going in the stall and doing my business. The bitch eventually called security and they brought me to the office. I told them everything that happened and the class backed up my story. The bitch was fired and my mom sued that ugly fat bitch ass whore for hitting me and denying me my human right. 2 months later she was sent to jail for killing her husband and newborn baby. Holy shit, your school was crazy.
My boyfriend sent me a text that said he was 30 minutes away and that I needed to shower, lay naked on the bed, and blindfold myself before he got home. So that's what I did. I laid on the bed, on my back, with my head toward the door. I heard him come in and put his stuff down and fiddle with something. Then I heard his footsteps come into my bedroom. I could feel him standing close to my head. The next thing I knew, he put his ting-ting in my mouth. That's when I realized it was covered in Nutella. It tasted so good. Whenever I see Nutella, I get this huge grin on my face and nobody knows why.
So I was admitted into the mental hospital when I was 15 and I was assigned a really nice roommate, so we were talking about why we were sent to the hospital and all of that, and she was interesting. Everything was going fine until it was time to sleep. I was on my bed sleeping, then I wake up in the middle of the fucking night and I saw her sitting up on her bed and she was staring and talking to the wall and I was like, what the fuck is she seeing? I called the nurse because I was terrified and the nurse came in and the girl snapped out of it and she said she was talking to a man that sees almost every night, and I was like, why didn't this bitch mention that when we were talking? Because Chile, I almost pissed my pants.
Might trigger people, so please be advised. About 2 years ago my friends went to this party and met people that were really chill while I was at work, so the next day we all hung out. They were hella chill and I found out my best friend had a crush on one of the guys and he always had a bunch of family issues and he was getting over his girlfriend that passed a year before we all met. So after a few months and we found him a new girlfriend because he didn't like my best friend like that, and everything was fine until he went to jail, and he told us he went to jail for climbing a crane and we all believe him like the clowns we are. Until one of my friends that was friends with the judges looked up his case.
I accidentally sent my orchestra teacher a video of me crying. We had to record ourselves playing the music and send it to her so she could grade it. But I left it off to the last minute and was really stressed, and it was really late at night, so I decided to cry for 10 minutes to relieve some of the stress and hence start recording. Unfortunately, I caught myself crying in the beginning of the video and didn't realize until the next day, after we had a one-on-one lesson together. She asked me a bunch of questions about how I was feeling and how stressed I was. I had no idea why. So I go to the most ghetto school ever, and on the last day before school went out cause of corona, I was at lunch and me and my friends were making TikToks and shit, so there was like 5 minutes before we had to go to 5th period and they announced we were going into lockdown, and I didn't think anything of it because we had a lot of lockdowns that year. So the teacher calls us into her classroom and we hid in the closet, and it was real small and she crammed like 10 kids in there. When I tell you that shit smelled like peaches coochie, I mean it. So it had 2 different entrances, keep that in mind. So like 30 minutes go by and everyone is trying to figure out what's happening and the teacher is refusing to tell us, and then out of nowhere we start hearing kids scream, please don't kill Emmy, and now I'm about to shit my pants cause I think there's a school shooter. So that bitch ass kept refusing to lock the second door until we forced her to, so she quickly locks it. Thank God. In the next 20 minutes, we're still hearing screaming to not kill them, so at this point I thought I was gonna die laughing with Tara's cat face. So I sent my will to my dad, and as soon as it sent, someone starts trying to break down the door, so like the bad bitch I grabbed my keys, dropped my backpack, and I was ready to stab someone and sonic speed out that bitch, and at that moment we heard a loud ass gunshots go off. I almost shit my pants, but they couldn't open, they gave it a break like the pussies they are. They tried the other door and they almost broke it down and they finally left the room, but 10 minutes later we hear like 50 kids scream for their life. But 30 minutes later we got out of the lockdown and all we knew it was a kid that brought a gun to school, but to this day I DK what happened or if anyone died they just acted like it never happened.